play there for Green Bay. 63 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right, number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Go.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 38.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
On 1st down, Jones. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
56. Mike, 56.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Here's Rodgers to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schwartz. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. In for the score. And the Packers have taken the lead. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it? To throw it underneath, a short pass like that. But boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Dobbs looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
to throw on third down. Dobbs looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Jones. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rodgers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd and 7, Dobbs. This complete to Jones. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he's going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 27-yard line. Check in. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
On play action, it's Dobbs. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers, and that's complete to Adams. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. To throw is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 35-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to. And now here is another interception. Kevin King with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
At their 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 22. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On second down now, it's Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing now is Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mike 28. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Mike 28.
Operating from the gun, Dobbs. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Back to the ground, this time to Jones. And the Buccaneer defense for the second straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
54. Hey, box truck.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking deep downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Fielded at the 33. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Stop your whining.
Throwing on second and long. Dobbs looking downfield for Godwin. That's caught inside the 20. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 54 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was pump the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
From the 24, Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And it's 3-18. Let's go. You tighten up. Hey, 626. Boom. Check my 45. Coming this way. Here we go. Look at this.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now from Jacksonville. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. On 1st down, Jones. We'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 41-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check three. 45 to Mike. Hey, check. He's coming. We got double up.
What a spin. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go again. Play 56.
Now Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Able to get there and pick it. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Check. Fresno.
Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Woo! Switch. Switch right.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Dobbs. Open man has got one. It's complete. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now Dobbs. He completes it to Jones. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Dobbs. He finds his target. It's Evans. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Jones. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Jones. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
To throw is Dobbs. Throw left side complete. That's Logan. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to about the 19. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Gay's kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up. Or they're going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Rodgers to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Under 10. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Here we go, D. All day, defense. All day. 26.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
At the 45-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Dobbs. That's caught by Howard. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One to get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They've got to burn the timeout, and they do, but a costly, costly sack. And now maybe just time for one final play. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. Now another timeout called for by the offense. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Bucs, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Patriots will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Packers, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.